All right. This is a fun episode. I'm excited about this one because I get this question all the time and I can't wait to answer it, which is Andy, how am I supposed to create content if I don't have any time? Well, let's talk about that. So, where does today's topic come from? Well, one of the things I love doing as part of running Complete Game Consulting is hosting our live full day private workshops that we do for insurance partners and agencies around the country. And one of the most fun topics I love talking about when we're doing these workshops is helping a team create a content strategy. And I'm here to tell you, number one, if you are hesitant on content or you don't believe it is worthwhile or worth the time, I'm here to tell you, you're wrong. Content is the secret sauce today to grow your business. Let's face it, building a relationship with a prospect is not as easy as it used to be. Everything changed after the pandemic. It is harder to get in front of prospects. However, if you have good content, it helps you stay in front of prospects, even when you're not literally in front of the prospect. But this leads to the problem. Andy, I am a producer. I am supposed to go out and sell business. How in the world am I going to have time to produce content, to create content? And I'm going to help you solve that today. Now, this really hit home a couple of weeks ago. I was doing a live workshop for an industry partner, a company that is trying to get the attention of brokers and employers. And they're in a market that is easily commoditized. And they wanted to try to find a way to stand out. And in the back of the room, they had four producers who are in charge of new business. And we got into the module we teach called Creating Championship Content. And I could see them start to perk up, which gave me excitement, because whenever I see those epiphanies, those light bulbs going off in people's minds, I know we're cutting through any of the objections or the hesitations or the hurdles that they might have mentally. And we got toward the end of the module, and one of the producers raised his hand. He said, Andy, I get it. I love the idea. I could see how this could help us stand out. But you got to understand, man, I'm on the road every day. I'm out meeting these groups. I'm out walking, going, around these towns we do business. I don't have time to create content. You expected me to literally sit in my office and come up with ideas. And this is a question you might have, because it's a question that we get all the time. Even when we convince agencies and producers to create content, they don't know where to start, and they immediately think it's going to be this part-time job. Now, content is the secret that we have used at Complete Game Consulting that has helped us grow the way we have for the past 2 years. I also believe that in order for content to be successful, you need to be creating it as well. You can't just hire somebody and literally take all content creation off your plate. You have to be a part of the content creation process. Because if you want to build credibility, you want to build relatability, which is so important in prospecting today, especially when it's hard to get in front of a prospect. You can't delegate that to somebody else. I want to get to know you. So number one, you have to understand that you need to be a part of the content creation process, which now brings us to the problem. Andy, I don't have time to create content. And this is where people get stuck, because people have this belief that in order to be good at content, you have to sit down and you have to dedicate hours to not only creating content, but you have to dedicate time to sit down and come up with ideas. And that's where people get stuck. I don't have the ideas. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, and nor do I have the time to sit down and actually think about it and then create it. So here's my advice for you today. I'm giving you the answer early. Instead of creating, I want you to document. This is the answer I gave that sales rep in that live workshop a couple weeks ago. Document, don't create. And I'm going to talk about what that means. This is a concept I learned when I started following people like, I call them mentors because I've learned so much from them, though I've never met them. I've learning from mentors like Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V. When I started digesting his content in 2017, 2018, he was talking about this concept of documenting and not create. And documenting means create content around things you are already doing instead of creating, which is the art of sitting down and trying to come up with new stuff. So if you think about what you are already doing, how about having conversations with your prospects and clients? How about what your day looks like as you travel from one meeting to the next? You see, if you're an insurance professional selling today, one of the best things you can do is to document your journey through the meetings and the conversations you're already having with your prospects and your clients.